juggernaut continues to roll. Now 20 games over 500 and boasting a 14-4 record inside the AL East. Tonight, the fourth-place Red Sox arrive at the Trop, hoping to avenge a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Rays in April. It's an AL East showdown on Sun Sports. Welcome to Tropicana Field, where tonight the Rays begin a 7-game homestand, fresh off a 4-1 road trip. Tonight, the Tampa Bay Rays open the stand against the Boston Red Sox. Coming off the road trip into New York and Houston, the Rays have built a 6-game lead in the American League East. It is the biggest lead in franchise history. In the end of August in 08, the Rays had a 5.5-game lead over Boston. They enjoy that 6-game lead over New York right now. Hi again, everyone, with Kevin Kennedy. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. Todd Callis along in just a few moments. Well, the Rays continue their red-hot start well into the month of May. And Kevin, May has been a very good month for Ben Zobrist as well.
Well, I think it's something that we talked about a few weeks ago. Let the game come to you a little bit. I think early in the season, Ben was, trying to force the issue a little bit, chasing some pitches, kind of get caught in between. And I think that home run the other day in Yankee Stadium has got the road trip really started for him. He's been swinging well the last really couple of weeks from both sides of the plate. Another home run in Houston, obviously. A big series overall. Look at the numbers. 7 games, 14 for 28 overall. He's been fantastic, whether it be in the 1 spot occasionally or the 2 spot. And definitely in the 3 spot right now, and that's where he's back at tonight.
Yeah, 2 young right-handers on the mound to start this series. Wade Davis, just 24 years old, coming off an outing in which he again pitched into the 6th inning last time against New York.
Yeah, he really did. He did a nice job. He really held his own against the New York Yankees in that first game of just a 2-game set. He changed speeds well. I thought he had a good, sinker, good 2-seamer going. He threw some good sliders. You saw one that there's a good 2-seamer running back over the inside corner. He changed speeds well. He got deep enough into the game where the bullpen could take over and do the job. Clay Buchholz is a guy that's got really electric stuff. He's got a good overhand curveball. He's got plenty of fastball in the 90s. He's got a good changeup that'll throw at any time, any count. He's got a pretty good slider, so he's got the whole arsenal. And so far against the Rays, he's had a pretty good time. Opponent's batting average against just 195.
As we take a look at tonight's pitching matchup, brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Buchholz, just 25 years old. He's 0-1 against the Rays this year, 2-2 lifetime, 5-3 overall. And the Rays, Wade Davis on the hill. That's the pitching matchup brought to you by Verizon Wireless. The Rays won 4 at Fenway in the early part of April. They'll open this 3-game series against the Red Sox in just a few moments.
Monday night from St. Petersburg, Florida, and one guy who has been picking up some playing time and moving up in the batting order is John Jaso. Joe Madden said Jaso's having better at-bats than anybody else in the lineup, and yesterday he was in the 3 slot for Joe Madden, and all he did was hit a home run, knock in a career-high 4 runs as he went 2 for 4 against the Astros. Also added this triple down the right field line. John Jaso continues to hit well, not only against the Astros, but all season long, really, against right-handers. Look at what Jaso has done. Here's a guy who didn't make the team out of spring training, just here because of the injury to Kelly Shopik, but he is making a name for himself with an on-base percentage of over 500 and a batting average of close to 400 against righties. John Jaso, before the game, we asked him in our Geico quote of the day, were you more surprised yesterday when you saw your name in a 3 spot or today when you saw your name at number 5?
I'd have to say yesterday in the 3 hole, because usually I look at the bottom part of the lineup and usually my name sticks out because it's only about 4 letters long, and usually it's Rodriguez and Brignac there, and I'll know right away. So I didn't see that little name there at first and kind of worked my way up the lineup, and I was like, dang, 3? That's crazy. But
turned out to be not so crazy. John Jaso, the guy they call Mikey, is ready to go. And so are the rest of the Rays and the Red Sox. 3.5 minutes till the first pitch. We'll have all the action next. Wade Davis for Tampa Bay. Clay Buchholz for Boston. Enjoy the game with Dwayne and Kevin on Sun Sports.
Buy a car that compares itself to a Toyota, or you could just buy a Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, moving forward. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. Welcome to Tropicana Field. Tonight, the Rays and the Red Sox open their 3-game series. Rays come in 32-12. Boston 24-21. Here is the starting lineup for Terry Francona. Kobe Ellsbury is back active in center, followed by Dustin Pedroia. He's been slumping. Victor Martinez hits third. He'll catch, and Kevin Youkilis red hot at first base, followed by the surging David Ortiz. J.D. Drew is in right. Adrian Beltre hits seventh. Jeremy Hermida in left, the number 8 hitter, and Marco Scutaro, the shortstop, will bat ninth.
Wade Davis Coming off a good outing in New York on the 19th of May. Overall, in 8 starts, he's 4-3 with a 3.35 earned run average, 45 2/3 innings pitched. Very respectable opponent's batting average against at 239.
So Jacoby Ellsbury steps in there to start this one. Wade Davis all set to go to work. And the first pitch of the game is a strike call. We are underway right on time here. 72 comfortable degrees here inside Tropicana Field. There's another strike. Fastball. 0-2. Ellsbury with 11 hits in the early part of the season now for him. Ellsbury has played only 8 games. This one is down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was, as you know, involved in that tumble with his teammate, third baseman Adrian Beltre, and he wound up suffering a bruised chest that kept him out for quite a while.
Well, a real key to their offense, too, last year. Adrian Beltre, by the way, he's having a great year for batting average at 325.
1-2 the count. And that one just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last time out, Davis used that 2-seamer.
Sure did.
And that was an effective pitch for him.
A lot of movement.
Fastball fouled away.
He's just pretty much staying away from Ellsbury here in this opening sequence. All fastballs away.
The ground ball chopped to short. Bartlett makes the throw to first, and Ellsbury is out of there to start the game on a chop to the shortstop. 1 away.
Another fastball away. Nice play by Bartlett, getting over there quickly. Let's take a look at the rest of the Rays defensively in the outfield. Carl Crawford at left, BJ Upton in center, and Ben Zoberson right around the infield. Evan Longoria at third. You just saw Jason Bartlett at shortstop. Reed Brignac gets the start at second base, and Carlos Pena at first. John Jaso once again behind the plate. This defensive alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
Dustin Pedroia will be the hitter to face Wade Davis. The pitch misses. Pedroia hitting .261. He's 0 for his last 19. The Rays hope that they can keep it that way until the Red Sox get out of town, because we all know how dangerous Pedroia can be. It's 1-1. Davis throws it by him. And a big cut there. He was out in front.
85 miles an hour. Good arm speed on that one. Fastball so far tonight's topped at 93. Took a little off that one. It was 85.
Down and in. Takes the count to 2-2.
Came back with another one. Changeup.
Ellsbury is bounced to the shortstop to start it. And a ground ball base hit up the middle for Pedroia. And he has a base hit. So that snaps that hitless streak. Pedroia's aboard. Here it is.
That's pretty much right down the middle and up. Dustin Pedroia just hits it where it's pitched. Found a hole right up the middle.
Here's Victor Martinez, the catcher, hitting third. There's a strike. real key for Davis, and really any pitcher for that matter, is to start with command of the fastball. Ground ball right side. Brinyak to Bartlett. One back to first. Safe there. Martinez beat the play back. Pedroia is forced at second.
Well, a long way to go on this throw from Brinyak as you see him spin and have to throw overhand strike to Bartlett to make sure he gets the first out. And the relay very close, not quite in time.
Yeah, if you have to make a long throw, it's tough to complete a double play, even with the catcher running.
That's exactly right, especially from the left side of the plate where Victor Martinez was hitting.
And the hitter is Kevin Youkilis. Strike on the outside part of the plate. And I guess as you look at this Boston lineup going into the series, he had to pick a guy. Don't let this guy hurt you. It would be Youkilis because he is swinging the bat very well.
Yeah, he comes in at 322 with 9 home runs.
0-2.
Slider right there. Wade comes out tonight attacking the zone. That's one thing that, if anything, the walks are a little bit high for Wade so far this year. He's trying to attack the outside corners here early.
And a foul back off a fastball. You're right about the walks. It's a little over 4.5 every 9 innings. 24 walks and 45 2/3 coming in, and he'll whittle that down.
I think so. You know, sometimes you give the hitters too much credit. You want to make the perfect pitch.
Hopper out to second. Brinyak to Bartlett. Takes care of Boston. They pick up a hit. No runs. Leave a man. Bottom of the first coming. Rays coming in to hit.
Strong innings against Minnesota and got the win. 8 starts overall, 5-3 with a 3.26 earned run average. His walks are a little bit high as well. 23 walks in 49 2/3 innings and a 257 batting average against.
So the 25-year-old right-hander all set to go to work. Here's Jason Bartlett. Pitch is a strike, says Tim Cheatham. Jason hitting .246. Center field for Ellsbury, who backs up and makes the catch. That's out number one.
Take a look at the Boston Red Sox defensively around the outfield, left to right. Jeremy Hermida in left, Jacoby Ellsbury in center. J.D. Drew in right, around the infield, left to right. Adrian Beltre, Marcos Scudero, Dustin Pedroia, and Kevin Youkilis. Victor Martinez behind the plate. This review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
Carl Crawford bunch right at the feet of Victor Martinez. That's foul and a strike. And that's something we've seen a little more of from Carl so far this year. The willingness and the ability to put down a bunt. There's one bunt hit for the year.
And keep those corners honest right there. They have to play up even with the bag. You have less range out there defensively if you show bunts once in a while.
Fouls at Carl, by the way, with the All-Star balloting underway. I know we have a ways to go for that before we get into July for the All-Star game, but he's second among all All-Star potentials in the outfield.
Yeah, he should be.
Outside, 1 and 2. He's 10th in the league in hitting at .324. Now tied for 5th in steals. He's been making great plays all over the place. That's one thing the Rays have done consistently. It seems every night they're going to make 3, 4, 5 outstanding defensive plays.
The MVP of the All-Star game a year ago, making that great catch in left field. He got it mainly for that, not the offense so much. So that tells you a lot right there. And I said this 100 times. You should have won a Gold Glove last year. I hope people recognize this year, the people voting on that, the managers and coaches.
2-2 now. There's a base hit, shot right back to the middle, and the Rays have Crawford aboard. Carl picking up his 56th hit of the year. Little liner right back into center.
Ball just kind of stayed up there for Buchholz right over the plate, but away. Did have the outside corner, and Carl stayed on it.
Carl's 7 out of his last 11 now.
A nice piece of hitting right there, about thigh high with that pitch, but it was away. Did have the corner, nice piece of hitting right there.
Now it's Ben Zobrist. Ben coming off a very good road trip. Takes a fastball, ball 1.
You can see Victor Martinez inching toward the outside corner to try to get a pitch he can throw on. For Carl Crawford, not the best of throwers behind the plate.
Buchholz said this spring one of the things he was working on is not to be distracted as much as he had been in the past by base runners. Kind of tough to do with a guy like Crawford over there, though.
It is. And Ben's done a better job of, again, letting the game come to him. Not getting caught in between. Not chasing the pitcher's pitch.
Ahead in the count, 1-0. Move to first. Carl's back in.
Might have been going on that one. A little smile from Carl. 14 of 18. 78%.
Taken for a strike this time. It's 1-1 when the Rays face Buchholz up at Fenway on the 17th of April. They scored 4 runs off him, all in the first inning, and they were all unearned, as it turns out. In that game, Crawford singled with 1 out, went to second on a ground ball, stole third. He's at first with 1 out tonight. pitches for ball 2 on the fastball.
Yeah, you're right about that. A very good look, as well said. Is in the month of May, you see his numbers 387, a couple of home runs, 13 RBIs.
Buckholz holding the ball on Crawford, now steps back. Crawford just bluffed a little move over there while Buckholz was holding the ball, and finally the young right-hander stepped back.
Well, already the mission's accomplished. I mean, he's distracting Buckholz. He's throwing a couple balls off the outside corner, trying to help his catcher. And Carl's disturbing him a little bit right here. And you hope he makes a mistake at home plate.
And he drops this one in there. Change speeds, and the count is 2-2.
He's got a good one. He's got a good changeup. This is a good running count right here for Carl. 2-2. Buckholz wants to make it happen by throwing a strike right here. 2-2.
Crawford goes and stops, and the pitch a little wide. That ball stayed outside. Tried to cut it over.
Yeah, they quick pitched him a little bit. I think that's why Carl stopped. Buckholz went fast to the plate. This ball runs off the outside corner. So far, very good at bat for Ben Zobrist. Those are pitches 2 weeks ago he might have been swinging at.
Count is full. Carl is back in. Bob Davidson on the call. Crawford back in, standing up.
He didn't call a balk yet. Balk and Bob.
It's early.
It is early. That was close. Carl's definitely going here 3-2. There's no doubt about that. Buckholz knows that.
Again, and this time he dives back safely. Well, forget about worrying about that runner and trying to ease his mind with runners on base. Hard to do with Crawford over there.
Yeah, this is just more of a run and hit play. Carl doesn't need the best jump.
And a liner, base hit in the center. Crawford advances to second. Zobrist took it right back down the middle.
That's a good at bat by Ben. I mean, Crawford, after going over there twice, Buckholz, Crawford elected to stay there. But forget about it. He'll make a mistake at home. That's a pretty good pitch, though. But all those pitches, all 6 of them, were down and away in the same location. Look at Ben Zobrist go down and get through that ball, using the lower half of his body and throwing his hands at it. And no change of eye level. All 6 pitches were down and away, and that was really to help Victor Martinez in case Crawford was running. So Crawford elected to stay there, and Ben stayed on the pitch.
Well, here is the rested Evan Longoria. Swinging and missing at the first pitch. That's a strike. Evan with pretty good career numbers against Boston. 309 with 10 homers and 36 runs batted in 37 games. He had the day off yesterday in Houston. And a turn, but nothing doing. So Buckholz is preoccupied with Crawford out there at second base.
Well, Pedroia's playing right up the middle, and he's dogging Carl right at second base there. So if there is a double steal with Longoria, who can pull the ball on the left side of the infield, Victor Martinez might be throwing behind to try to get the trail runner Ben Zobrist here. But Ben's got a pretty good lead as Euclid is way off the bag and in the hole on the second base side.
Pitch down and away. 1-1. Yeah, there's all kinds of room up the first base side and beyond down the right field line.
See Euclid over there wide at first base, and he has to be because Pedroia is right up the middle. But he tries to take away the hole on the right side.
And that's down. 2-1.
what I love about the speed game, the running game, is the threat of speed can create so much. You don't even have to run. You never know when Carl is going to go. Everybody's on their own.
2-1 pitch. The ground ball headed toward the hole, backhanded by Scudero. No play. A throw to third just in case he can catch Crawford rounding the bag, but no go there, and the bases are loaded. An infield hit for Longoria.
Now, Evan did indeed pull it to the left side. It didn't quite get through the infield. Nice play by Scudero. That saves a run. But the bases are loaded. Evan goes down and gets it, gets some topspin on it. Scudero has no play at second, as Ben Zobrist, as I mentioned, had a huge lead because Euclid was so far off the bag. There's no chance as Scudero looks towards second, so he thought he might get Crawford rounding third base.
Well, now it's going to be John Jaso, who hit third in Houston yesterday and was a critical part of 2 3-run innings, and here he is hitting fifth tonight up in a big spot. Rays have them all based up here. And the pitch is a strike. Crawford third, Zobrist at second, Longoria at first. John Jaso at the plate. Three singles following the fly ball to center. And a ground ball headed to short. Scudero will step on the bag and throw to first. The double play, and that's going to retire the side. Put an end to the threat. No runs, 3 hits, 2 left. 2 an inning, no score. Still not too late to join the team with Rays season tickets. Ensure the best seats, biggest savings, and all the great benefits, including postseason opportunities. Visit RaysBaseball.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS. Back to the mound, Wade Davis. David Ortiz will lead it off, followed by J.D. Drew and then Adrian Beltre. Well, Ortiz has his average up to 248. Now has 8 home runs. And the pitch is a strike down around the knees. Ortiz hits this one deep down the right side, and that's fair and gone. Ortiz on an 0-1 pitch hits his 9th home run of the year, and Boston takes a 1-0 lead. Well, Ortiz, who has has recovered from a slow start, has just put Boston on top.
Yep, you get that front foot down, the hips explode, he gets great extension. Talked about that in the pregame show. He's been getting through fastballs in. You got to be very aware of that. He's turning on pitches now.
Pitch now to Drew. He takes it for a strike. Well, since the 1st of May, his average had gone from 143 to 248. So he's been hitting well in this month. And he just lined that one out of here.
I tell you one thing, mechanically, to me, he looked like he was more squared with the pitcher. Not quite as open as the last time I saw him. His setup.
2-1. That makes him quicker.
Well, a little bit further from the plate too. Well, it keeps his hips in. You know, if
wave and a miss.
It keeps the front side in. See, I mean, he's a little bit more perpendicular toward the pitcher for me. It keeps your front hip in. When you're open, it's fine if you have an open stance as long as you get it closed when you stride. And that kind of eliminates him having to move, close up the hip. It's already closed.
Well, the other thing about
which
that
would
pitch,
make you quicker, yes.
Too, is location. That was a great location for a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, sure was. But I go on visual when I haven't seen a guy in a while. That's the first thing I notice. Being a catcher, I remember these things.
Yeah, sure. Drew lifts it to left, and Crawford makes the catch. That's what the good catchers do. With a slightly open stance or exaggerated open, that's fine, but your hip's already open. But guys that do that, usually when they get that leg kick, they close up and they stride right toward the pitcher. That just eliminates him having to do that. And your feet are perpendicular toward the pitcher. So now you just pick the front foot up and set it down, and your hips can explode because they're already closed, which makes your swing shorter, actually. Adrian Beltre takes the pitch inside, 1-0. Well, that's 326 career home runs for Ortiz. 1-1, a big cut for Beltre.
Badly. He was trying to go away. This is called fastball away, and Wade just opened up way too soon, and the arm was late. That's why it ran in on Beltre.
Full count. Foul, the fastball down in front of Tim Bogar, down toward the beach bar down there.
Adrian's always been dead fastball hitter, especially early in the count or in hitters' counts like this, 3-2 counts.
9th in the league in hitting. Fouls a fastball back at hitting .325, but over .350 against right-handed pitching for Beltre.
That means he's not getting enough wrinkles. He just got a couple of fastballs right there. He was right on in 3-2 counts. Good time for a little wrinkle right here, a little breaking ball.
And a foul ball off his foot. Davis back with a fastball. Boston left a man in the first. The Rays left 2. Red Sox with a run on the leadoff home run in the second by David Ortiz. Look out, right back over the head of Wade Davis, and a liner into center for a base hit.
Yeah, too many fastballs. All fastballs in the whole sequence. Too many fastballs in a row, all the same velocity, 93 to 94. Just that's a good pitch, but not when you throw 9 in a row. Normally that'd be a good pitch. As I said, Adrian's a dead red fastball hitter, and he's getting a lot of them in the American League this year.
Here's the left fielder, Jeremy Hermida. That's a strike. Well, Davis came out in the first inning throwing a lot of fastballs and a lot of fastball strikes. He had 14 strikes and 4 non-strikes in the first inning. And he's kept up with the fastball frequency here in the second. Two, fouled out of play.
Had a little tailing action to it in that one, 91. Well, that's all fine and good. You just don't want to give up some cheap runs early because you're throwing all the same pitch.
Runner at first. We'll check on him with that move. Ball and 2 strikes. Slider down and in that time. Out there.
That's a nice effort there. Good sequence. Nice try on a backdoor breaking ball right there. Missed wide.
Two inside. Fastball sailed in there. Full count.
Beltre should be going. He used to run pretty well, especially when he was in the National League. He would run occasionally, he'd steal a base occasionally. Sox don't do a whole lot of running, but he should be going here.
He's on the move, and the pitch is skied into left. Carl Crawford's right there. 2 outs, and Beltre returns to first. Now Marco Scutaro, the shortstop. Scutaro at 263. Stairs. When the Rays saw the Red Sox, Scutaro was leading off in the absence of Jacoby Ellsbury. Lines it into left. Crawford's there. Makes the catch to retire the side. A run on the home run by Ortiz. Man left on base. 1-0 Boston, middle of 2.
over there yesterday. So Hank Blaylock could be seeing more and more playing time as the Rays roll along. And Blaylock will be leading off here in the bottom half of the second inning with the Rays trailing 1-0. Back to you, Dwayne.
All right, Joe's absolutely right. Here's a guy with good power, and we saw an opposite field home run in Houston. Blaylock, the DH for the Rays tonight. Pitch is outside. He hit one the other way and deposited into the Crawford boxes in Houston. That's a strike to Hank, and the count is 1-1. He had a stretch of seasons in Texas. His first full year in the major leagues, he had 300 and drove in 90 runs, and followed that up with 110 runs batted in and 32 home runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He had a run of 90, 110, 92, and 89 runs batted in.
Well, Buchholz has given him a sequence right here. That's a good slider. He just threw a change up the pitch before that. So, I mean, he's being very careful of Hank Blaylock here the first 3 pitches. Recognizing that power you're talking about.
This one is down.
It's a curveball, so he's thrown him all 4 pitches. He's thrown him everything.
Well, that's respecting the guy's ability to hit right there. And, you know, really, Blaylock, you have to believe if he's healthy. You know, he had shoulder problems. He had a carpal tunnel issue. A wave and a miss. Well, he came back, had him out in front. He gave him everything in his arsenal there and got him.
He sure did. He really wore down. Now look at this changeup, bottom falling out. Buchholz, good pitch, good pitcher's pitch. Brian Anderson gave a good demonstration with Todd Callis in the pregame show about the changeups, the different type of changeup grips and what they do, and that's exactly what that pitch was. That was 80 miles an hour versus his 91 fastball, and it looked exactly like the fastball at the same arm speed.
Carlos Pena takes a fastball for a strike. Carlos in the number 7 spot for the first time this year. Facing Buchholz. Stayed a little wide, 1-1. You know, back on Blaylock, he had that thoracic outlet syndrome. He had to have a rib removed.
That's right.
And that was a major problem. And
it was.
He thought he was back from that. Then that carpal tunnel situation surfaced. But if he's healthy, and he appears to be that, it'll be interesting to see. He still has to establish it again in the big leagues. But as Madden said, he's only 29 years old. He's a hardworking guy. Kind of low key about how he goes around the club, but he's very intense about playing and getting back. And just some added power in the Rays lineup.
And that home run yesterday actually gave the Rays a lead at the time.
Yep.
It's a nice comeback. I was checking you guys out. I just watching.
Somebody's got to check it out. Keep us honest.
Well, it's nice to see the offense. David had some struggles early, obviously, and the offense this time picked the starters up.
And full count to Pena. Buchholz, the last time out, pitched very well against the Twins. He was in Boston. He pitched 8 innings and came away with a victory. Ball foul back, and that got up there in a hurry. 94, 95 with that fastball.
He went for the punch out on a 4-seam 95 fastball, trying to get up above Carlos Pena's hands right there, and Carlos caught up with it and stayed alive. Wouldn't be surprised if he comes back with a changeup.
You got Blaylock with a change. Now the 3-2 to Pena. Down and in. that was a cutter or a slider.
I think it was a little slider right there, I believe. He knew it wasn't going to be straight.
In the game tonight, all season long, Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run, televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. So Pena's aboard on the walk. Here's B.J. Upton. And a slider in there for a strike. Same pitch that he walked Pena on. He throws for a strike to start Upton. B.J. 0 for his last 10. One and one. When the Rays saw Buchholz in Boston, he made a lot of pitches that day, over 100 pitches in 5 innings. I think he finished with 107 or 8 pitches. 1 and 2.
BJ got a pitch to hit too. He knew it. Right on it. Fouled it straight back with a slider. Hanger.
Center, that's going to be in there for a base hit. Pena's on his way to third. The throw is not going to be in time. Down to second goes BJ, and he managed to get his foot back on the bag before the retag. So Pena hustled his way into third on the base hit by Upton, and BJ alertly moves into second on the throw through. And
Carlos had a good read. I was watching him right off the bat. He was going to third base all the way. He had a really good read on it. And BJ gets jammed here on looked like a two-seam fastball, but drops it into center. And Carlos Pena had a great jump. He's taking 3 all the way. Now Ellsbury comes up and makes an aggressive throw, but here's BJ, the trail runner, of course, reading that and getting into second base, coming off, and just does get back on, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
I believe.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the Rays will challenge Ellsbury in center field. They'll go first to third on him. And not only is he not going to give you a power arm out there, but he took a long time getting rid of that throw. And Pena very aggressively was set to go first to third from the very beginning.
He was right off the bat. Carlos Pena was going 3. He wasn't looking for Tom Foley. He knew where the ball was, and he was going to challenge. And he forced a throw by Ellsbury. And really, what Ellsbury's job is to do is to keep the double play in order and just get it back into the infield at second base.
Now here's Reed Brignac. Second scoring opportunity of the game for the Rays. Reed fouls it, strike 1.
You really want to get that run back here, so contact is of the essence right here for Reed Brignac. He doesn't have to get the base hit and drive them both in, but at least get 1 run in, because the Red Sox are giving it to you as the infield plays back.
Austin struck first on the home run by Ortiz. Ball foul. Count is 0-2. In the first, Crawford, Zobrist, and Longoria all singled. The Rays had them all based up with them loaded there, and then Jaso grounded into the double play.
Those are a couple of tough pitches. Those really aren't Reed Brignac's pitches. Those were 2 balls, those breaking balls, down and in.
Reed getting his first look ever at Buchholz.
Yeah, Reed's had some really good at-bats this year, really tough at-bats. But those 2 pitches were running out of the zone.
And a swing and a miss. The fastball up. So Brenyak strikes out, and that's exactly what Buchholz was looking for.
Yeah, saw Victor Martinez stand up a lot like Jason Varitek would emphasize fastball up, and it goes right above his hands. There's an uppercut swing. We really haven't seen that type of swing too often. He usually gets through the ball better on the ball up.
Well, here's Jason Bartlett. 2 innings and 2 run-scoring opportunities. Now it's going to take something with 2 outs to do it. Ball 1. Bartlett 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to center in the first. Hitting .368 with men in scoring position. 2 runners out there right now. Pena third, Upton second. That's a strike. 1-1. Carlos walked and Upton singled, moved to second on the throw to third. A foul ball, and that gets a piece of Victor Martinez.
Yeah, that was 94, but it looked like it had some tailing action. That's why Jason got on top of it. Fouled it right back into Victor. Let's take a look, see if this has a little movement. Yeah, a little bit. Like off the left instep. Shin guards don't protect that part of your body, your feet. The top of your foot it will, not the inside, not the instep or the toes.
Well, they're giving some time to have the pain subside and get the good feeling back in to that foot. Be sure and read the St. Petersburg Times, the official newspaper of the Rays, and you could win a suite for 2. Your friends and your family to watch the Rays take on New York August 1st. Entry forms are available in the Sunday St. Petersburg Times through July 4th. Martinez says he's all right. It's a 1-2 count to Jason Bartlett.
You have to say that as a catcher.
Yeah,
because you're never okay 100%.
Nope. Inside a little bit. 2-2. You know, the guys who are like that are catchers and managers.
That's it.
I saw Terry Francona and I said, "How you feeling?" It was terrible, but it doesn't make any difference. He said, "That's still fine."
You don't get a whole lot of sleep when you're managing.
A 2-2 count to Jason.
You're always thinking about the next game. If you win, you want to double it up. If you lose, you definitely don't get any sleep.
And Bartlett is out on strikes. And the Rays let another scoring opportunity get away. No runs, a hit, 2 men left in scoring position. Rays starting tonight 32-12. Look at that. Since 1961, the best starts in the American League.
I like these two right there.
Yep, that's not bad, huh?
Won the World Series.
Yeah. The Mariners in 01, they lost in the ALCS. They won 116 games.
Do I remember that?
Ellsbury fouling one back. That's a strike. And the Yankees in 98 won 114. That was third best in the history of the big leagues. Mariners tied for the most in MLB history with 116. Chopper to the right side. Brignac's got it. Ellsbury is out of there. Well, the Rays, having won 8 of their last 9, they've been in first place for 32 days now, and this lead they have to start tonight, full 6 games over New York. That's the biggest lead ever in Rays franchise history. They had a 5.5 game lead twice in 2008 over Boston. That's a strike to Pedroia. Both in August, on the 23rd of August and on the last day of August, the 31st in 2008. They had a 5.5 game lead on Boston that year. Right now, a 6 game lead over New York. Boston running 4th in the division to start this 3-game series.
Yeah, and I wouldn't sleep on Boston. They're starting to get healthy. Mike Cameron comes back tomorrow. Ellsbury, as you just saw, he's in the lineup. I just think their pitching is going to be better before it's all said and done. But that's why it was important to get off to a great start in this division for the Rays. Just keep on going.
Pitch is high. Well, the season is never over until it's over, as they say. And to this point, they've done what Joe Madden had hoped they could do, is get off to a good start, because he knew it was crucial not to be looking up trying to overtake 3 or 4 people. That hit the speaker, comes right down in fair territory, but the plate umpire, Tim Sheeta, says that speaker's in foul territory, and so it's a dead ball. That went right up and hit the speaker, and Tim Sheeta was right on the call.
Right there. Yep. Good eyesight. Tim Sheeta saw it right away. So did Jaso, by the way, making a catch.
He made the catch, but it's dead once it hits in foul territory. Now Pedroia fouls this one into the stands. Full count on the Red Sox second baseman. He snapped it 0 for 19 with a base hit to center in the first. And a little looper into short right. That's going to fall for a base hit. So Pedroia comes in and is now 2 for 2 tonight. The 4th Boston hit. Tonight's poll question brought to you by Autoway. Autoway, if you need a car, truck, or van, who you're going to call? Autoway. Call 1-800-SHOP-AUTOWAY. Text 789-789 to make your choice. And the Red Sox are going to be in the thick of the AL playoff hunt. TB1 yes, TB2 no. Standard message and data rates apply. Well, those two guys right there would say yes. Terry Francona and John Farrell, his pitching coach. Victor Martinez, the pitch is down. A lot of people have talked about the transition the Red Sox have made. Here they are 8.5 back, but you cannot. Dave Magadan alongside Terry Francona now, but you cannot count the Red Sox out. I just don't think there's any discussion to be had there. There's too much talent.
Yeah, there really is. There's too much pitching, too. And I'm one to believe the offense is a lot better than what people preseason analysts talked about, that they don't have enough offense. I think they have plenty of offense, especially with David Ortiz swinging the bat now.
Yeah, he swings the bat like we saw his first time up. that makes a big difference.
His 9th home run in the 2nd inning.
Covered up by Jaso. 2 balls, no strikes. Pedroia at first with 1 away. Martinez fouls the fastball back. 2-1.
Red Sox have done what they usually do. They're 2nd in home runs in baseball, coming in with 60, now 61 with David Ortiz solo shot leading off the 2nd.
Yeah, and they're 3rd in the major leagues in slugging percentage.
Yep, so they're doing that. Even without Jason Bay, who hit 2 home runs last night for the Mets. Only his 2nd and 3rd.
And a move to first. Pedroia is back.
They're dead last in stolen bases in baseball.
And they really missed Ellsbury for that. You know, Pedroia's got a couple of steals,
right,
and Ellsbury 2.
He'll run occasionally, that's right. Wade Davis trying to keep him honest over there. They had a double play situation.
That's down, and it's 3-1. Well, I think, as you mentioned, Cameron's on his way back, and if he's healthy, you know the kind of center field he can play. That moves Ellsbury to left, which is what they wanted to do to begin with.
Right.
Because teams will run on him a little bit out there in center field, and Cameron can go get the ball in outstanding center field. The runner goes, and the pitch is ball 4. So Pedroia moves to 2nd on the walk drawn by Victor Martinez. Just a reminder, be on the lookout for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment coming up later in tonight's game.
Victor's hobbling around.
Yeah,
I think he's
sure is.
coming out of this game.
They're going to take him out. They're walking him off the field.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no protection for that instep or the toe when you have shin guards on as a catcher, and they're probably going to get that thing X-rayed. He's limping around pretty good.
And I'm sure Terry Francona's thinking he has Ellsbury back. He's on the verge of getting Cameron back, and now they're going to have to X-ray Martinez's toe. See, Martinez not happy about the fact that he had to leave. Jason Varitek's going to come on and run and take over behind the plate.
Well, here's the walk. Ball 4 way off the plate right there. 3-2 pitch. And Victor, by hobbling down there the way he did, a little limp, Terry Francona and their trainer came right out of the dugout immediately.
So Jason Varitek is in the game, running now for Martinez. Take a look at the incident in question.
Yeah, looked like right off the left toe, left big toe. It looked like to me.
Well, it's Kevin Youkilis with 2 men on. You hate to face this guy in a potential run-producing situation. He's very hot. And the first pitch is a strike. 2nd in on-base percentage, 2nd in the league in slugging percentage.
Got a fastball away in the first inning, hit a mullet up the middle that Brainiac fielded and flipped to Bartlett for a force play. He hit a rocket.
One slider.
Nice job by John Jaso. Pedroia had a pretty good secondary lead, elected not to go when he saw the ball in the dirt because Jaso kept it pretty much right in front of him. Dustin was thinking about it, though.
It's wide, 2-1. Boston comes in 24-21. They beat the Phillies 2 out of 3. They won 5 out of their last 6. And they're a season's high 3 games over 500.
You're going to make pitches of this guy. What's the count? Well, hitters count right now.
Euclid and Ortiz back to back have been swinging bats as well as anybody in this lineup. Better than anybody in the lineup. That's a nice pitch right there.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Fastball away. Black at home plate. Right there. You can't put it any better. Look at that. That's the kind of pitches you have to make to Euclid.
2-2. Misses down. Full count. After Ellsbury grounded out, Pedroia looped a single into short right. Martinez walked. Veritek's running for him. 3-2 to Euclid. Pops it foul. That's going to be out of play. Each team with 4 hits. The Rays have missed 2 great scoring opportunities. The pitch count on Davis up to 63. The runner. Foul ball. They'll have to make another 3-2 pitch.
Trying to get some two-seam ground ball movement on that pitch right there. 92 running into Kevin, but he stays alive.
You know, he's had 5 3-2 counts, and just before to Martinez, he went 3-1 on him to run this pitch count up.
Yeah, he's had to work awfully hard already here into the 3rd inning.
Ooh, pretty close for ball 4. Misses with a fastball. That's going to load the bases. Well, let's take a look at that pitch.
Well, Wade Davis liked it. Jaso freezes it. It's the bottom of the zone according to Fox Tracks, but it doesn't really matter. It's what Tim Sheeta thinks. You know, that's amazing because it did cross the plate at the knees. It's not where the catcher catches it. And Euclid, with such a good eye, takes the pitch and gets the benefit of the call. It's a reputation call right there.
Yep. So they're loaded for David Ortiz. And he pops it up. Left field side. Bartlett angling out. Foul ground. Makes the catch. And the tag, but no attempt to advance. Pedroia drew the throw, and that was it. And Ortiz fouls out down the left field side to Jason Bartlett.
Well, that's a huge out right here in this game after a couple of walks and a few 3-2 counts in a row. Bartlett tracks it. Carl could have closed and gotten it, I think, also, but Jason Bartlett called it. Take a look. Jason's calling it. You see him, the mouth open, calling for it all the way. Nice play. Gets it back in immediately.
Now here's J.D. Drew. Takes one down. Drew hit a fly ball to Crawford in left in the 2nd inning.
Another guy that works the count extremely well.
Down and in. He's ahead in the count. Drew's been banged up a little bit. He's had some calf and hamstring issues, a hip flexor problem. He's trying to accommodate all of that. One ailment leads to another.
Rays have the big shift on, which is tough with the bases loaded, because if JD just wants to take a nice short swing and shoot one up the middle or to short. He's got a 2-run single.
And there's ball 3 upstairs. Davis falling way behind, missing with a high fastball. 3-0.
This has been the problem so far this year for Wade. I just think sometimes he gives the hitters too much credit. He's got good stuff, above average stuff.
That's a strike.
And a great defense behind you. Let your defense help you.
Pedroia at third, Veritek at second, Euclid at first. 3-1 the count to Drew. And Drew takes ball 4. That's going to force home a run, and now it's 2-0. Pedroia, who blooped the single to start this, scores. He scores 3 walks later.
And you can see Fox tracks. Those pitches are all over the zone. Early in the game, he was really locked in on the outside corner to lefties. He's trying to beat too fine. 3 walks in the inning.
Now here's Beltre.
Now here's your first ball fastball hitter. If he sees a fastball, he'll swing at it.
This one is up.
Well, I meant over the plate. If he sees a strike for a fastball, he'll jump all over it.
1 ball, no strikes. He had a long at bat in the second inning before he singled into center. Now they try something different, a slider, and it misses.
That was a good time for it, too. Here's a money pitch right here. Either a good fastball down or a good slider in a hitter's count.
2-0. That's a strike. Fastball. Rays have Upton shaded a few steps toward right center. And the 2-1. He swings and fouls the fastball back. Pretty good cut.
Yeah, that was not a base hit swing. He was looking for 4 right there. Pitch count very high right now. 32 pitch inning, 75 overall.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a tap toward third. Charged by Longoria. Can't come up with it. A run will score. Now it's 3-0 Boston. An infield hit for Beltre. Just a little tapper with Longoria playing back. Beltre has his second hit and a run batted in on the infield hit.
And Adrian was getting down the line pretty well. I don't know if Evan would have gotten him anyway. He got out of the box pretty good. Would have been very close. See how far back Evan was as he short hops and tries to transfer into the bare hand. But I think Beltre might have been safe anyway.
So Beltre gets a hit and a run batted in. And the pitch to Hermida is inside. So the inning continues and the pitch is mount. Streak of wildness here. 3 walks in the inning has been the undoing.
It's going to force Joe Madden to have to go to the bullpen for one of the few times this year early. Pitch count is pushing toward 80 now.
That's a strike. 3 walks and 2 hits, and the hits been a bloop single by Pedroia and an infield hit by Beltre. But sandwiched around 3 walks. 2 runs have scored. And a base hit into left. That's going to score Euclid. Drew stops at third. It's a 3-run inning and a 4-0 game as Hermida goes the other way. And the bases are still loaded. Now
it's a fastball up. He's trying to go down and away. Just left it up. just having command issues, obviously, this inning especially. And Armida just takes what Wade Davis gave him. That was a fastball up and very hittable.
So this will be the ninth man to come to the plate, Marco Scutaro. Base is still loaded behind Wade Davis. Scutaro fouls it away. Strike one. One of the Red Sox with this 3-run inning, as you see Lance Cormier start to throw in the Rays bullpen. Red Sox had an opportunity to break it open here. Ball is down. It's 1-1.
Well, he never really had a chance tonight so far to, establish his breaking stuff. The fastball early was good. He had some good pitches early in the game, but really never got into his secondary pitches.
Lifted into center. Upton is back to make the catch. That'll retire the side. Red Sox send 9 to the plate. They score 3 and lead 4-0.
Baseball.com and cast your ballot now for your 2010 All-Stars. Vote early and vote often at RaysBaseball.com, as long as it's not more than 25 times. Here's your update. Hey, the Rays have Carl Crawford second to just Ichiro in the outfield, and they have Evan Longoria leading A-Rod at third base. Other guys in the top 3 include Jason Bartlett, is currently third at shortstop, but trailing Derek Jeter. You see all the leaders right now in the voting. This is the first update so far for the American League. We'll have another update in early June. Guys, back to you.
All right, here's Carl Crawford leading off. The Rays are now down 4-0 as we start the bottom of the third. Ball, no strike. So Crawford, as we mentioned earlier, second in the All-Star balloting among American League outfielders. Strike. And you'd think after last year, the American League would certainly want Crawford out there as much as possible.
You bet. Absolutely. And Evan Longoria at third base as well.
Inside. 2 balls and a strike. Rays facing Clayton Buchholz, 25-year-old right-hander. The Rays are down 4-0, and the other bad news is that while Buchholz is 5-3 2-2 now to Carl. He's 3-0 on the road. In fact, he's pitched a lot better on the road. He's made 3 road starts, won them all with a 1.86 earned run average. And at Fenway, in 5 starts, he's 2-3 with a 4.15.
Yeah, and he's had a couple of rough innings himself. He's stranded 5 base runners through 2.
The Rays had the bases loaded with 1 out in the first, and a double play ball ended it. They admitted second and third with 1 out in the second. And a couple strikeouts ended that frame. Broken bat, the ground ball to first for Euclid, and the toss to Buchholz retires Crawford. 1 away.
Right fielder, Ben Zobrist.
Hitter will be Ben Zobrist. Ben lined a single into center, and the Rays put up their first inning threat. This one is low. Even more with Buchholz. If you go back to last year in the middle of August, he's won his last 7 starts on the road, dating back to the 19th of August last year. That's a strike. We're trying to hex him here.
Yeah, I like that. Keep going. That's why I'm laying out. Keep going.
See if the Rays can start a little something and get to this tough young right-hander. A 1-1 count to Ben.
Well, one thing we know about the Rays, they're going to continue to grind out their at-bats, down 4 runs or not. A long way to go in this game.
1-2 now.
Ben tried to get one back right there. Took a shot at it. Got a 94 fastball, a little bit above his swing path.
Slow. Curveball from Buchholz, 2-2.
So far, Buchholz is shaking off Veritek. He's calling his own game. Veritek wanted to change up. Buchholz stuck to the curveball. Buchholz has a feel for what he feels he wants to do.
Okay.
Backdoor slider.
Pitch foul.
Buchholz is in the 50s for pitch count. He's not rolling through these innings either. There's a changeup.
Zobrist started to go, but checked. The count is full. Well, he made a lot of pitches in the 5 innings he worked against the Rays up in Boston. And there is strike 3. Off speed 3-2, and he has Zobrist all frozen.
Yeah, change up right there. Good pitch. Ben just guessed wrong. Pitch is right there. Thinking, well, maybe 4 runs down, I'll get a fastball here away, and you got a change up in the outside corner. Good pitch by Buchholz.
Catches the corner to Longoria with a fastball for a strike.
And Veritek jerked the ball in. See, and that's letting the umpire know when you do that as a catch. Watch Veritek jerk it in with his glove. So you're letting the umpire know it's a ball. But he gets the call by doing that. Really, you just want to freeze it where it is. those quick movements in, jerking the ball in, that lets the umpire know it's outside.
It's a 1-1 count. Evan, he's enjoyed hitting here at Tropicana Field to the tune of 373. Fourth best home performer in the American League. Now he's behind 1 and 2. He's second in the league overall in run production with 38 runs batted in, and seventh in slugging percentage. That's why he's first in the balloting at third base so far for the All-Star team.
And he should be.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that backed up. Otherwise, it's strike 3 probably. You saw Tim Sheeta behind the plate kind of flinch. That's because the ball backed up. The slider right here. Watch it. And the way Veritek caught it too, and it took it out of the zone.
He tried to shoot the outside corner with a good fastball. That went off the plate. The count is full.
And it was away too, you know. And then Tim Sheeta's a veteran umpire. You know, he's going to make you throw a strike. That ball's plenty outside. See Veritek again try to pull it in. Watch him. Trying to pull it in and freeze it. You just got to freeze it where it's at. And caress it. But you don't jerk it in late, or you're going to let the umpire know it's a ball.
Look out. This one fouled into the stands, and so the count remains full. Longoria stayed alive on that pitch. And a young man in the front row wearing an Evan Longoria jersey came up with that ball. It fell right at his feet, right behind the Rays dugout.
Maybe that's a good omen there. There's a changeup.
And Evans out in front. So a changeup got Zobrist looking, and as Longoria out swinging, we're through 3, and it's 4-0 Boston. Franchise record for most consecutive strikeouts by one of their pitchers. It's our AT&T trivia question tonight. Back to the hill, Wade Davis to begin the 4th. Kobe Ellsbury, who opened the 3rd, leads off the 4th, and he takes this pitch down. He grounded out to 2nd his last time up there. Takes this one inside. It was a very long inning for Davis. 40 pitches in the 3rd. He has 85 pitches right now. And this is wide. 3-0 the count. The Rays have action in the bullpen already. There's a strike to Ellsbury. Lance Cormier is up again. And the foul ball makes it 3-2. That's a foul ball. Hit the line and then skipped just foul outside the bag. So Ellsbury comes back to the plate.
A nice play by Evan Longoria because he didn't hesitate waiting for a call. He just got rid of it. Take a look. He just going to backhand it and get rid of it just in case.
Ground ball, right side. Reignac with the toss to first. And that'll be the first out here in the fourth inning. And there's Dave Scheiber. He's the Rays expert. You can join him tomorrow during the game for a live chat on FoxSportsFlorida.com. Voice your opinion. Chat with other Rays fans about the game. Join Dave tomorrow at 7 on FoxSportsFlorida.com. Justin Pedroia takes a strike. It's foul the other way. Out of play, 0-2. The shortest start, you have to erase the inning at a third by Neiman when he was hit by a line drive in the right shoulder by Miguel Tejada in his first start at Baltimore. But 5 innings is the least number of innings the Rays have received from any of their starters this year, with the exception of the inning and a third from Neiman when he was hit by that line drive. Davis at 93 pitches and a ground ball to second. A breaking ball, and Pedroia is retired. Reignac to Pena.
Throwing in secondary pitches here to Ellsbury and Pedroia. He's getting a couple of ground ball outs. I wish he would have thrown some of those a little bit earlier and established his curve and his slider.
Jason Varitek with 2 outs and the base is empty. Strike to Varitek. One ball, 1 strike. Only other American League game going. White Sox and the Indians in Cleveland. Varitek has a base hit. Singles right back through the middle. That's the 7th hit given up by Davis. Blue Jays play the Angels later. And Joe Madden comes out. And that's going to be it for Wade Davis. So a call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS. Wireless for all. trucks, plus a new heavy duty, making one of the most powerful lineups in Rams history. The Rays make a pitching change here in the 4th inning. Wade Davis departs after 3 2/3. Down 4-0 and a man on. Veritek at first, and Lance Cormier is on to face Kevin Youkilis. And the first pitch misses. 1 ball and no strikes.
18 games for Lance Cormier, 2-1 record, a 3.06 earned run average in 17 2/3 innings. And coming in here in the 4th, he'd like to give Joe Madden a few innings tonight.
Stairs 2-0. He's the shortest Rays starter has gone this year. They've gotten at least 5 out of everyone except for that one outing, as we mentioned, in Baltimore. Neiman, when he was struck in the shoulder by a batted ball after hitting in the 3rd. There's a strike, but if you discount that, it's the shortest start for a Rays starting pitcher this year. But that pitch count up to 97, and that's enough. 2-2 now to Youkilis.
Yeah, he had to work awfully hard, especially in the 3rd inning when he walked 3. Gave up 3 runs. He had to work awfully hard. You're not going to let a young man get hurt out there by overtaxing himself. Wade, of course, discouraged, but you know he's a sharp guy, and he will come back. I mean, he beat the Yankees last week.
Fouled out of play.
I just thought tonight it was a little late when he started throwing his off speed and breaking stuff against a good fastball hitting team.
Well, he seemed to be determined to establish that fastball, and he never did have the command he wanted of that pitch.
No, I thought even some of the outs. Youkilis in the 1st inning hit a bullet off a fastball. Pedroia hit a bullet.
And a long drive off the bat of Youkilis, and boy, that one is out of here. Kevin Youkilis mounts a 2-run home run. A 2-2 pitch. That's going to make it 6-0. I think he hit a cutter that just hovered up there.
Sure did. Yep. Got to throw a cutter into Kevin Youkilis, and it just laid there. It didn't do a thing. That's the danger of that pitch. It's in the same plane as the bat, and it's up, belt high, and long gone.
Now here's Ortiz lining one into center field, and that's a base hit. So just like that, 9, Boston hits 6 runs. And Youkilis and Ortiz have been red hot. Homers and a single here back to back.
Well, they beat up on the Phillies and Roy Halladay in an interleague play over the weekend. The Red Sox, they're swinging the bats pretty well.
Now J.D. Drew. Pitch is up. 1 ball, no strikes. A couple of home runs tonight by the Boston lineup. Ortiz and Youkilis have hit them. It's outside. 2-0.
Yeah, Youkilis was all over that cutter. He wasn't fooled by that at all. Didn't have real late break. It was just flat.
Three and 0. Takes a strike. Cormier worked 2/3 of an inning yesterday in Houston. High ball to center. Upton is there to make the catch. That retires the side. Boston scores 2. We got to the bottom of the 4th.
Well, he's got the great equalizer to go with a 95 fastball, and that's that great changeup. The bottom just falls out with great arm speed. One right there. He's just been painting it up. No slider to go with it.
Struck out the side in Houston. So he had 5 against the Indians, 1 against the Yankees, and then 3 against the Astros in yesterday's game in Houston. He's faced 9 men and has struck them all out. John Jaso opens the home half of the 4th and looks at a strike. But that Andy Saudenstein did hold that record for the Rays with 7, and now it's Benoit with 9. One and one. High. 2 balls and a strike.
Buchholz not happy with that call. Tinchita says that's a little bit up.
Evens the count at 2-2. Buchholz won't be 26 until August. And a fly ball toward the left field line. Hermida makes the catch. Buchholz already with the no-hitter, as you'll recall. When he came up in 07, he was 3-1. He made 4 appearances, only 3 starts, and threw a no-hitter on the 1st of September in 07 against Baltimore. It was a 10-0 final. Joined that exclusive club of no-hitters by rookies in Major League history.
You can see he's calling his own game, as I said last inning, and there's no pattern with Buchholz. He's changing speeds very well.
Blaylock takes a strike.
He wanted first pitch changeup. Veritek called everything but.
It's down. Ball, 1 strike. Well, that tells you that he's a determined young man. That's one way to put it. He's shaking off Jason Veritek.
Well, he is, and he's smart because he's got a 6-run lead, and he's not just going to throw 2-3 fast. I don't think he's throwing more than 2 fastballs in a row all day.
Blaylock pops it up, foul ball. Beltre is making the call. The third baseman grabs it. 2 gone.
See quite a contrast in the 2 starters tonight, where Wade Davis threw just a ton of fastballs. In fact, 9 in a row at one point to Adrian Beltre for the base hit, and then you see Buchholz. I don't think he's thrown 3 fastballs in a row all night. He's keeping the Rays hitters off balance. That's why he was able to throw a no-hitter, by the way. You got to be able to throw the equalizer in the big leagues. That's the changeup. Everybody gets here as hitters because they can hit number 1. They can hit the fastball.
Now Carlos Pena, he walked in the 2nd inning. Pitch is too low, a ball and no strikes.
Changeup.
And a high fly ball hit deep down the right field line. And that ball is way gone. Home run for Carlos Pena. A 1-0 pitch. He hit it right out of here. seats in right field, and the Rays are on the board 6-1.
I think Carlos was sitting on that, and that's smart because he's been getting a steady diet of off-speed stuff. And he knew he wasn't going to get a fastball right down the middle. It was a changeup that stayed up. Didn't do a whole lot. No sink to it. That's a mistake pitch. So I think Carlos was also smart in looking for it.
So the Rays are on the board. It's 6-1. B.J. Upton. Well, you could hear the connection on that blast. 8th home run of the year for Pena. One to count. Tap foul. When Buckholz threw that no-hitter, you mentioned he's in that exclusive group of rookie pitchers to throw a no-hitter. If you do that, you're immediately in the company of Christy Mathewson, who was the first guy to ever do that.
How about that? Yeah. That was, I can see why they kept this guy versus Justin Mathewson, too, because he can repeat his delivery. He's got really 4 quality pitches. Masterson has a delivery with a lot of moving parts, not a whole lot of command, a lot of movement, but they held on to this guy for a reason when they got Victor Martinez. I think he's going to be a top of the rotation starter.
And he strikes out Upton. Oh, Cutter got him. The Rays get a run on the home run by Carlos Pena. We've gone through 4, and it's 6-1 Boston. The Red Sox, David Ortiz hit one in the 2nd inning. Kevin Youkilis hit a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. So the Red Sox have a 5-run lead as they keep the Red Sox up. Keep your edge with Just for Men mustache and beard. Adrian Beltre leads off the 5th. Lance Cormier on the hill in relief of Wade Davis. 1-0 the count. Foul ball back. And the Red Sox with a run in the 2nd, 3 runs in the 3rd, a couple runs in the 4th inning. And the Rays got on the board in the bottom of the 4th on the Carlos Pena home run. Beltre misses. And it's 1-2. Rays had some early opportunities. Had them all based up in the first. Bases loaded and 1 out. Jaso grounded into the double play. A couple of men in scoring position in the second, and they let that one get away. There's a line drive into left, and it is trapped by Crawford. Beltre is aboard. Carl actually a good job of even coming up with that one on that short hop, as Beltre is 3 for 3 tonight.
Boy, he hit a hanging breaking ball, and he hit a rope right here. A lot of top spin. And that was a trap. To the glove side for Carl Crawford. You're right, going about that. It's lucky he kept that ball right in front of him. That was his only hope. By crashing hard right there. Nice job.
It's Hermida. The pitch is a strike at the knees. Hermida lined a base hit into left in the third, and that drove in a run. One and one. Red Sox 4th in the league in runs scored coming into this game. Right now they're only 2 behind the Rays in runs scored. Rays started the day 3rd. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Boston offense has been coming around. Little tap, that's going to be foul. Jim Bogar with the pickup. Ten hits now for Boston. 7 off Davis and 3 off Cormier. Wade worked 3 2/3. Charged with 5 runs, 3 walks, 7 hits, and a home run. Beltre's back in at first. Cormier now has allowed 3 hits and a run. He was touched for the Euclid home run. And a shot into right field, right at Zobrist. Well, Hermida's out of there, and we'll check in with Todd Callis. Todd?
Dwayne, at the big league level, it's Red Sox and Rays. At the AAA level, it is the Paw Sox and the Durham Bulls, the Rays AAA affiliate. You're talking about possible no-hitters and rookies. Well, here's a guy when he's a rookie who may have a shot at a no-hitter. Look at this line so far. Jeremy Hellickson had a no-hitter through 7. Allowed a leadoff hit to Aaron Bates, and that is it. He's through 8 with 96 pitches, 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Came in with an earned run average of 3.24, despite being hit around a little bit in 2 of his last 3 starts. But Hellickson continues to impress at the AAA level, guys.
Yeah, Hellickson started with a record of 6-2, leading the International League with 6 wins. Pitching well again tonight. Scutaro takes the pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, it all starts with pitching, and there's more on the farm, and he's got the good changeup.
Boy, he's got a great changeup.
Yeah.
Right about that, and that's the pitch that came on for him last year, really, that made him a super prospect. 2-0 the count to Scutaro. Scutaro's line to left, hit a fly ball to center. 1 hop to second. Nice pick by Brainiac. Bartlett 1, Pena 2. 4-6-3 on the double play. That takes care of Boston. And a nifty play started by 6-0 ball game before the Rays got on the board. Carlos Pena hitting one out of sight. That made it a 6-1 game. That's where we are as we move into the bottom of the 5th inning. So the Rays need some runs here against this tough young right-hander, Clay Buchholz. And Reed Brignac will lead it off against Buchholz. That's a strike.
Some kind of fantastic double play pick by Reed Brignac. It was a rope hit by Scudero. Turned into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning.
There's Reed out in front right there. Boy, he's thrown a variety of pitches, and he's been very good tonight.
Yeah, he's not doubling up on much. Keeping everybody off balance. You got to look and guess right early before it gets to 2 strikes. You don't know what you're going to get. I mean, look at Buchholz. He's calling his game. I mean, Veritek went around the horn with every pitch he throws. They have not been on the same page as far as first instinct, what to call. Here's a backdoor slider.
And he throws it for strike 3 call. Boy, this guy. He's been very good. As we mentioned on the road, he has been outstanding on the road.
Well, you know, it's not often you see, like you said last inning, many guys shake off Veritek so often, but Buchholz is totally locked into what he wants to do tonight. And that's the pitch he wanted to begin with, and it took to go all the way around the sequence to get back to it.
Jason Bartlett 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strikes. Rays have a run, 5 hits. They've been issued 1 walk. 2-0 now. Seven strikeouts for Buchholz in this game. Two and one. Buchholz, when he first came up that year, he threw the no-hitter against the Orioles, 3-1. And then in 08, he was 2-9. And not only did he give up way more hits than innings pitched, but he walked too many people. That certainly has not been the case tonight.
Yeah, I talked to him about that not all that long ago, and he just said he had a lot to learn, you know, and that helped him when he got sent back down.
Pop up, short right. Drew in, and Pedroia out. Boy, that ball hung up for a long time. Bartlett is safely in at second base. That had a lot of hang time, and neither Drew nor Pedroia could get there.
Sure did, and good hustle by Jason Bartlett, looking to go 2 all the way. Not just standing there and watching a pop fly. It became in no man's land right here. Pedroia out. He's looking for help. Drew really he's running. Drew's running, but Pedroia's looking for help the whole time. Drew just couldn't get there.
You know, we mentioned that Drew's had that hip flexor issue, and I wonder if that came into play there.
Yeah, he looked like he was kind of cruising, but I mean, he was hustling, but you've seen him run faster than that before. I got to believe that you're right about that.
It's Crawford. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Carl singled to center in the first inning, giving him 1 for 2 tonight. And great numbers with men in scoring position. Bartlett's at second at the moment. Fouls one out of play.
Good pitch to hit too. Carl jumped on it right there. Had a 95 fastball. Carl's second American League with runners in scoring position at 472.
To the count. One and two. Getting an announcement on Martinez. A contusion on his left big toe is the diagnosis at the moment. Shoots it sharply to first, scooped by Euclid. Over to third goes Bartlett. So Carl is the second out. He hit the ball hard. Unfortunately, right at Euclid.
Yeah, nice play by Euclid. He's a Gold Glover over there. Breaking ball. Carl was all over it. Just hit it right at Kevin. Just short hops it. Look at that. Saved a double. Yeah, it's in there. You had to be sure.
So it brings up Ben Zobrist. Ben 1 for 2. Fastball missing. Base hit in the first, and he was called out on strikes on a change in the third. Inside part of the plate, 1-1.
It's a slider right here, right on the corner. Inside corner. Good pitch.
Baseball off the plate, Ken. 2-1. Rays trying to get another run across the plate. It's 2-2, and came back with a changeup again. He got him looking on that pitch last time up.
Yeah, he sure did. Good fade right here. Him trying to turn on it.
Stays alive, fouling that pitch away. That pitch came bearing in on him.
It sure did, and he did the right thing. It was probably a ball that you never know with Buchholz. He's not doubling up on anything, so Ben was probably thinking back of his mind, he might get a changeup again, but I better stay alive on this one. Pretty late break right there in that slider, even though it was up. Ran right into his hands.
Check swing roller. That's a foul ball just outside the bag. Well, he came back with the off speed.
Well, he does. He gets you in between. I mean, you can't really guess with two strikes because there's no pattern to what play Buchholz is doing tonight.
I mean, Buchholz is really pitching as if he knows what he's doing, isn't he?
He's pitching as if it's a 1-0 game.
Yeah. I mean, here's a young guy. He's been impressive. Only 25 years old. Well, if he's shaking off Martinez and Varitek, I guess he'd better know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's locked into what he feels he wants to do to this Rays lineup tonight.
And fouls a fastball. And that fastball's been healthy when he needs it, mid-90s.
Yeah, he's gotten it up there the last inning or so, up to 94, 95 when he wants to. He's at 95 pitches, so As well as he's throwing, the Rays have worked him pretty good. A 24-pitch second inning, 19-pitch third inning. Here comes number 20 here in the fifth.
Two, and a swing and a miss, and he threw a cutter to get him. Slider, cutter, had that late movement on it. Look at that, 6-1 Boston.
Get this collectible t-shirt. BJ Upton, who's the boss? Friday night, first 10,000 fans to log on to RaysBaseball.com and get your tickets and celebrate Friday Fest just like all these people up here at the Captain Morgan Day. Back to you, Dwayne. Oh, back to me.
Yeah, back to you.
Back to you.
Yeah. Again, it appears that you're having a great time. Wherever you go, parties break out. Jacoby Ellsbury takes a strike, and the 6th inning is underway. That's Cormier in relief of Wade Davis. That's a strike. Striking pitch. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and then Varitek coming up for Boston. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Bartlett up with it. And so that's the first out here in the 6th inning. For all the latest updates on the Tampa Bay Rays, be sure and log on to TampaBay.com. From the diamond of the clubhouse and everywhere in between, we'll bring you the in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day only at TampaBay.com. Andy Sonnenstein is loosening in the bullpen now. Wade Davis worked 3 2/3, and Cormier is in there now. Pedroia takes a curveball for a strike. Starting to see a few more curveballs here from Cormier now.
Yeah, he's thrown a couple of good ones. Got Ellsbury to ground to short on that curveball just a moment ago.
1-1. Bill Pedroia snapped it 0 for 19 with a first inning single. Looped a base hit into right in the 3rd and scored. Last time he grounded out to 2nd. Pitch is high. 2-1. Not very often have the Rays had to go to the bullpen this early. And that ball short hop picked up by Brignac, and he throws Pedroia out. I'll tell you, Brignac was a little off balance there. He has shown just great ability with that glove.
Didn't panic.
Nope.
He knew it was hit hard at him. He just backed up, and he played the hop. The hop didn't play him. Stayed under control, and it was a strike to Carlos Pena.
Look at this.
Kept the glove low. See, that's the key right there. He kept the glove down. He didn't try to play the hop thinking that's going to skip up. He just kept the glove down and picked it.
He's been an impressive young infielder. Varitek takes a strike. He made a play in Houston yesterday on a low throw from David Price in the middle of a double play.
I saw it, yeah.
He just picked it in a routine fashion.
Fantastic, yeah. Under control.
You know, there have been a lot of great success stories so far. John Jaso's story has been great, but Brignac's development has been really fun to watch, both at the plate and in the field, and he's really a shortstop. He's playing a lot at second base and made that last play as a second baseman. It's down 1-2.
Well, and he picked that double play we were talking about in the end of fifth inning too. The rocket hit by Scudero right at him.
Well, he's shown he can handle himself both at the plate and with the glove. Still 1-2 to Varitek. Randy Choate has joined Sonnenstein in the Rays bullpen.
Well, that's to keep the game right here. Should this inning extend with Varitek and Euclid on deck, that's for David Ortiz. That's what Joe Madden's thinking about. Why Choate is up in this game. There's still 12 outs of offense to go for the Rays.
2-2 now to Varitek. Rays are down. It's a 6-1 ball game. Varitek hits a long fly ball back into right, but it hangs up there and not get to the track. Zobrist makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 6-1 Boston. The 30th of May for a chance to bid on once-in-a-lifetime baseball experiences with the Rays broadcast auction. Proceeds benefit Hillsborough and Pinellas Education Foundation. Visit RaysBaseball.com to learn more about the May 30th broadcast auction. We go to the home half of the inning. Evan Longoria leads off. Longoria, then Jaso and Blaylock. Buchholz had 96 pitches through 5. Third time through the order, and here is Evan. He is singled and struck out on a changeup. Out in front of a breaking pitch. Strike 1.
New overhand curveball right there, 76 miles an hour. 5-run lead, no fastballs for Evan. First pitch.
Too low. Hideki Okajima loosening in the bullpen for Boston. Terry Francona had a great run with the Red Sox. 1-2. Fastball that time.
You get a fastball up. You mentioned it. He's got more velocity than you think. He's up to 93 to sometimes 95.
Fly ball lifted toward right center. Ellsbury on the move is there and grabs it. And that's the first out.
Number 20, John Jaso.
Jaso. Rays catcher 0 for 2. First pitch is a strike.
He's been hitting both sides of the plate. Backdoor, little cutter / slider. Curveball.
And it's low. 1-1.
And Buchholz threw 104 pitches in his last outing in 8 innings against the Twins. So I don't think Terry Francona wants him to be taxed too much tonight.
And that's a little wide. To Illinois, 103 right now. And his highest pitch count was 114 when he struck out 10 against Texas in 6 2/3 and a 3-0 loss. Jaso takes it down. 3-1.
It's a good take right there to lay off that changeup. The Rays get a base runner or two. They could make this interesting.
A lot of baseball to go here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And a strike. I'm telling you, 3-1. He's still throwing that little slider or cutter.
Yeah, he sure is. He's had a lot of confidence in that. It's up in his zone, but it's not straight. It's a little slider.
Well, that's a great pitch for him to throw 3-1.
Well, he's been hitting the back door and the lefties with it, too.
It's foul back.
Got a good differential on all of his pitches, too. He's at fastballs at 94, 95. The curveballs at 76. Changeup is about 80, 81. I mean, his slider's about 86. I mean, he's really changing speeds well and location.
Ground ball to first, knocked down by Euclid. Buchholz covers. Took 2 outs, 2 up, 2 down in the 6th inning.
Number 9,
Yeah, he's got a wide arsenal of pitches, and he's used them all tonight and has been willing to throw them all at just about any time. Gotta give him a lot of credit. He's pitched himself a heck of a game tonight. in trouble a couple of times early, and the Rays let him off the hook. He's been tough since then.
Yeah, that really was the key, that first inning especially, but even the second inning when they had second and third and one out, and he ends up striking out Brignac and Bartlett to get out of the second inning.
Ground ball to short, backhanded by Scooter-Raw. A one-out throw to first is in time to get Blaylock. Bob Davidson on the call, and the Rays are up and down 1. With 10 strikeouts in a home game, log on to CaneStrikeout.com. Get a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Get the Canes today. Andy Sonnenstein will be the new pitcher for the Rays following Wade Davis and Lance Cormier.
Andy's done a pretty good job out of the bullpen this year in 13 games, ERA over 4 in 17 innings. .224 batting average against, and he's using that two-seamer, not just the cutter, the two-seamer, curveball, changing the eyesight. He's done a nice job.
He'll deal with the middle of the order, starting with Kevin Youkilis. Davis for 3 2/3, Cormier for 2 2/3. Pitch inside to Youkilis, who has walked and homered after hitting into a forced play his first time. It's a strike. 1-1. Six 10-0 for Boston. 1-6-0 for the Rays. Red Sox have stranded 6 and the Rays 5. It's a nice breaking ball. Curveball in there. 2-2.
That's what he's been doing. He's been changing speeds well himself, and he's coming out of the bullpen.
Little tap in front of the plate. Jaso's throw to first in time. Jaso hustling out from back of the plate to come up with that one. Then throwing a strike to Pena.
Yeah, right out of the chute right here. Off the end of the bat. Full swing. Jaso never hesitated. Bare hand on the move right there. See, Andy will get out of the way right here. He realizes Jaso's coming. He's not going to hold back. Nice play.
One gone, base is empty. David Ortiz in the batter's box. He started to unload and tried to check on the cutter when he recognized that. That's a strike. He homered in the second inning, hit a fastball down the right field line out of here. Singled in the fourth, and in between fouled out to Bartlett. And takes a breaking pitch for strike two. Poppy all geared up for hard stuff on the first couple pitches. He got a cutter and a breaking ball. Two strikes. And a pop up. Will it stay playable? Foul ball. Jaso's after it. So's Pena. Jaso has it hit his mitt and pop out. Jaso trying to track it, found himself drifting a bit.
Yep. Sure
and
did.
it's not good.
That's exactly what he did. That's exactly right. Yeah. Just boxed it. Had time to get there, as you're talking about. He's drifting right here, but he had time initially to get to the spot as it comes back toward the infield.
Missed inside with a breaking pitch. The count's 2-2. That's a no play, by the way, on that foul pop by Ortiz. And now full count.
Trying to come in with cutters. I like to see if they throw a little two-seamer right here. Hasn't really thrown one to David yet. Something going away from his swing.
And a swing and a miss. He got him.
It's a good call.
Ortiz. The first strikeout posted by Rays pitching tonight. Here it is.
Yeah, let's take a look at this pitch right here. I think it was a backdoor cutter, actually, but it was away from him at least, and it stayed away. As David was in pull mode because he had thrown some cutters in.
J.D. Drew pops it left side, and with the shift on, there's no chance that ball's going to fall down toward the bullpen, but the Rays with the exaggerated shift on for J.D. Drew. Strike one.
That was a good sequence by Andy right there, because he'd come in a few times in a row, and then he went away. There's the overhand curveball of J.D.
Ball, and it's a 1-1 count. Two up, two down in the seventh. There's a strike. 1-2. Away. 2-2. Kojima poised down the left field line in the bullpen. Rays have Pena, Upton, and Brignac due in the bottom of the seventh. Drew is out on strikes. Reaching away. 2 strikeouts for Sonnenstein. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. Boston 6, Rays 1.
sliders, and a 95 fastball to go with it. 8 strikeouts in all, 1 walk in 6 innings. The Rays did work the pitch count up, though. They made him work. 108 pitches, 69 for strikes, and that turns it over to the bullpen with a third of the ball game left. So the Rays still have a shot. They've got three innings to work with right here.
Hideki Okajima is the new pitcher, the lefty, facing Carlos Pena. Carlos has walked and homered, his 8th home run of the year. It's the only run allowed by Buchholz. It's a strike. Okajima starting Pena with a curveball.
ERA surprising for Okajima, over 5 in 19 games. 13 2/3 innings, 316 the league hitting against him.
Ground ball. Scudero makes the pickup, and the throw to first is in time. So the shortstop, playing the second base position in the shift, throws out Pena. B.J. Upton. Okajima coming over from Japan. He used to throw that big rainbow curve.
Yeah.
Excuse me, in Japan.
Got a good changeup too.
Which is a strike. Baseball to Upton. Yeah, the change. Here is his best pitch. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, gets the righties out. He doesn't overpower you with his fastball. We just saw 86, but he's got an excellent changeup with really good arm speed.
Jays behind in the count, 2 strikes. Jay got down 1-2 in the second single, got down 1-2 in the fourth, and struck out swinging.
Not happy with that call. Looked like the curveball. 75-mile-an-hour curve.
All 2 strikes. So the Rays are to pull this one out. They're going to have to do it against the Boston bullpen. Beltray takes care of it. Fastball got him on the popper. Corona Beach Bar will host your group in an exclusive up-close and personal environment during a Rays game. Enjoy great seats exclusively for your group. Reserve the Corona Beach Bar. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or email group sales at raysbaseball.com. Kapler pinch hitting for Brignac. Gabe looks at a strike.
One of the moves that Joe Madden's able to do, bring Kapler in, have him go to right field, bring Ben Zobrist from right field into second base, just trying to get something going. Maybe catch lightning here and get a pitch he can hit out of the ballpark. Well, he thought about it.
Yes, he's going to give it a shot.
A little too far away from him, though.
Kojima hasn't pitched since the 18th. Pitched 2/3 of an inning against the Yankees. Retired the first 2 in the 7th. This time Kapler lays off. A changeup got ahead of him. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kojima turned 34 on Christmas. stands back a third. So the count is still a ball and 2 strikes.
In a hurry down there too. Into the stands. That was a frozen rope.
They're all right, except I think he lost his beverage.
He might have taken one of the seats out too.
Well, that's one of the great pleasures at the ballpark. A beverage and a seat.
That's it.
That guy lost both of them. There you go. Two and two. Foul ball keeps the at bat alive. Jaden Kapler tries to get something started with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Rays have been out hit tonight. 10-6. Shane Shields looking on. He'll pitch tomorrow night. Foul ball. It'll be Shields against Lester. That's a great matchup. McLowell looking on. Now Shields. He'll be looking for win number 6. 5-1. And John Lester 4-2. We'll be with you at 6:30. A lot of strikeouts between those two guys this year.
I guarantee you one thing. You're going to see the equalizer tomorrow night. That great changeup from James Shields to keep these Red Sox hitters off balance.
There's a line drive to short caught by Scudero. And the Rays are out in the 7th. We head into the 8th. Welcome back to Tropicana Field. First game of the series, opening game of the homestand. Gabe Kapler's now in right. Ben Zobrist moves in to second base. Andy Sonnenstein ready to go back to work. And here's the pitch to Adrian Beltre. It's in there, a breaking ball for a strike. toward the corner, but it's going to be fouled just outside the left field line. 2 strikes.
Well, there's not a mistake that Adrian Beltre has missed tonight. 3 for 3. That was a hanger.
And he came into this game the 9th leading hitter in the American League. He's been swinging a very hot bat. In fact, he came in 9 of his last 18, and he's 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, he's on fire at 337 right now.
Breaking ball, and he fouls it away. 0-2 breaking pitch.
Well, you could see John Jaso emphasizing the glove down on the ground, and that ball was still up. He's getting frustrated. He wants that ball down to Beltre, and he's getting a lot of hangers up in the zone.
Swing and a miss. He chased that one. The cutter ran away from him, and he's out on strikes.
It's a 2-strike pitch that Jaso wanted. Something away. A good movement way off the outside corner.
Jeremy Hermida. He takes a strike. Well, Andy has 3 strikeouts in a row. Maybe he's trying to reclaim his club record for consecutive strikeouts. It was 7. Benoit has eclipsed that with 9. And Hermida's out in front. 0-2.
Well, you can see what the secondary pitches do. Benoit, of course, has a great changeup. I mean, he throws 95, but he's got the great changeup. A lot of those strikeouts were on the changeup.
Whoops, base hit back through the middle. 0-2 fastball, and Hermida is on for the second time. Let's check in with Todd Callis. Todd?
Hey, Dwayne, we're going to bring our pregame show to you on Saturday night. Normally we go...
Me?
Yeah, you and all the fans who want to hang outside. We're going right outside Tropicana Field, not in 72 degrees of comfort, much to the chagrin of Brian Anderson. But we're going to be outside by Gate 4. There'll be prizes, giveaways, fan interaction, probably a hot dog or 2, and we're going to have a good time. So join us Saturday at 6:30 outside Gate 4 for Tailgate Saturday on Sun Sports. Guys, ooh, that looks good.
It does look good. Scooter, he takes a strike. So Brian Anderson's a little concerned about going outside.
Well, he wants to wear the flip-flops and the
well,
bandana.
I tell you, he was well dressed tonight, wasn't he?
He was absolutely. Yeah, but outside in that 90-degree heat, I can understand. I can sympathize.
This one is down. 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be good. We'll watch him work. You know, they are very hard-working individuals, and we'll be in 72 degrees comfort.
Exactly.
Ground ball third. Longoria is over his one. First base. They got the double play around the horn. 5-4-3 and out. Bottom of the 8th coming. It's a 6-1 ball game. Braves will have the top of the order. Bartlett, Crawford, and Zobrist coming up here in the 8th inning. Hideki Okajima made 14 pitches in the 7th inning, and he's out here to open the 8th. Daniel Bard, the hard-throwing right-hander, is up in the bullpen. Here's Bartlett. Jason with a double tonight. He's 1 for 3. Pitch is a strike. It was a 1-2-3 7th for Okajima. Oh, 2. Veritek catching. He's been in there since the 3rd inning when Victor Martinez left. Martinez in the bottom of the 2nd took a foul ball off his big toe on his left foot. Actually batted in the 3rd and walked and then left as Veritek came on as a pinch runner. Fly ball into center. Ellsbury makes the catch. I think it probably would be safe to say that Veritek figured he might get into a game late, but not so often as a pinch runner.
Yeah, I don't think as a pinch runner very often for Jason Veritek.
The Mosaic Company and the Rays working together in the fight to end hunger through home runs for food. Each Rays home run this season, the Mosaic Company donates $500 to local food banks through Feeding America Tampa Bay, Florida's leading hunger relief agency. To date, Home Runs for Food has donated $20,500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. Carl Crawford sends a fly ball into left. Hermida makes the catch. That's the 2nd out. 2 gone.
Yeah, 5 in a row for Okajima tonight. Flipping up some curveballs and changeups and an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. You're going to see about a 99-mile-an-hour fastball in the 9th.
There's Bard
from that man.
So Zobrist with a base hit in the 1st. A couple of strikeouts since, and all of that against Buchholz. And hitting .309. Ball, no strikes. Zobrist homered yesterday in Houston. He hit that one left-handed and hit a slider out for a home run. Batting right-handed here against the lefty and sends a fly ball to right. J.D. Drew backs up. 3 fly balls, 3 up, 3 down. We're at the end of 8. 6-1 Boston. Our performer, that would be Clay Buchholz, the 25-year-old right-hander out of Lumberton, Texas. Pitched 6 innings and mixed his pitches extremely well.
Yeah, he really did. He kept the Rays hitters off balance all night long. Struck out 8. A variety of backdoor cutters, good fastball, great changeup, some overhand curveballs.
Yeah, it's the kind of performance that you could enjoy watching if it wasn't against you.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know, he's pitched well against the Rays historically in his short career in the big leagues.
Jacoby Ellsbury will open the 9th inning for Boston. Pitch is high. 1-0. Ellsbury 4 ground balls, 2 to short, and in between 2 to second. Ground ball shortstop again, and Bartman has this one. That'll be out number 1 in the 9th. Hey, we have a post-game show coming for you. That follows the game. We'll be with you on Rays Live immediately following this matchup between the Rays and the Red Sox. We'll hear from the Rays skipper, Joe Madden, right there alongside Davey Martinez. Ball is a strike to Pedroia.
You know, I usually talk about 2 to 3 momentum shifts in a game. The momentum shift was in the first inning.
Yep.
That was the thing right. With Buchholz on the ropes. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Up the right side. Will it be fair? Yes, it will be, and it bounces out of play for a double. So Pedroia, who is 0 for his last 19 coming into this game, is 3 for 5 tonight.
Yeah, and he's gone the other way 3 times. Up the middle early, and then out to right center with a blooper for a base hit. This is a double just inside the right field line there. Ground rule double. It skips into the stands.
You know, that bloop single turned out to be very big in the 3rd, as it turns out. He blooped that single in there. If they retire him, well, that whole inning might not occur.
And that was after the pop-up, I believe, that hit the speaker. Did it not in that inning? Wasn't that Pedroia that
you know, I didn't make a note of that, but I think it is.
I think it was.
You're right. A strike to count.
Yeah, I think it was Pedroia.
Trying to get a consensus on this, and yeah. I think that's right. He got that base hit.
Yeah, and Jaso caught it, but it was in foul territory, so it was ruled a no play, no catch.
Oh, there's a long fly ball deep down the right side, but it's a foul ball off the bat of Veritek, and it's an 0-2 count.
He is really swinging well this year. One thing he has done differently is he's not using that Chipper Jones type tap anymore that he used to for timing. He's getting his foot down too. He's got a little late kick, but he's getting it down with his front leg. It's all about timing.
Fouls this one back.
See, he just lifts it up, puts it down, loads on the back leg, but he used to do that tap where he'd bring that front leg back. He doesn't do that anymore.
You're right. He's hitting over 300 with 6 home runs this year.
Right. Yeah, he's hitting better than Victor Martinez now. If he has to play every day for a while, it might be a different thing, different story. We'll see how Victor is tomorrow.
And a cut to miss. Veritek's out on strikes. 2 gone in the inning. Kevin Youkilis will be the hitter, and we'll take a look at tonight's Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment as Youkilis smoked a 2-run home run into left center field in the 4th inning. His 10th home run of the year, giving him 29 runs batted in. He bats in the 9th against Sonnenstein. And he starts him with a strike. Yankees have been out hit 12-6. Pedroia is at second. 0-2. You know, that little bit about the ball that hit the speaker up there, you know, that's statistically speaking, you have to believe that's the same thing as giving a team an extra out. Well, and every time you do that,
that's right.
I mean, it just something about the way the game's constructed. 3 outs, just the right number of outs to get, because if you have to get 4, you're in trouble.
That's exactly right.
Kapler is there and makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 9th coming, 6-1 Boston. Still rooting for the Rays there. Hard throwing right-hander Daniel Bard in the game, making his 23rd appearance.
Future closer for sure with his fastball. 98 to 99. He's hit 100 in his career. 175 batting average against, 26 strikeouts.
Evan Longoria stepping in to start the inning. And there's a strike. It's a nice power slider from Bard.
Well, he remembers Evan hitting a home run on about a 99-mile-an-hour fastball last year to dead center field right here at the Trop.
Comes in with a fastball in on him at 98, and he fouls it back. You got to be quick against this guy.
His arm must be sore. 98?
Yeah, that's it.
This guy's got some kind of fastball.
And a foul back. So 2 innings for Okajima, 2 perfect innings, a ground ball and a couple of pop-ups and 3 fly balls. Buchholz worked 6. Miss. Fastball up, 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. One more time, let's go to Todd Callis.
Well, one more time, Dwayne, we'll tell you about our Ottaway text poll question of the night, which we'll give you the results of in our Rays Live postgame show. Question is simply, do you think the Red Sox are going to be in the thick of the AL playoff hunt in the East? TB1 for yes, TB2 for no. Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates do apply. Brought to you by Ottaway. If you need a car, truck, or van, who you going to call? Call 1-800-SHOP-Ottaway. Guys, the Red Sox have really been playing a tough stretch of games here lately, and they are playing some of their best baseball of the year, so I got to think they're going to be right there. Back to you.
Yeah, I think you're right. John Jaso takes the first pitch strike. Terry Francona, outstanding skipper of the Boston Red Sox. Pitch is low.
Well, the problem has been their pitching. That was supposed to be one of their strengths and will be, I believe. But their team ERA was 12th in the league coming in. Their bullpen ERA was 12th in the league coming in. Their hitting has been fine for the most part. So they're going to get healthier with the arms that they have.
Inside, 2 balls and a strike. The Rays will see John Lester tomorrow making his 10th start. Remains to be seen the situation with Beckett. That's been a big question mark for them. Jaso fouls one. It's 2-2. Josh Beckett.
And that's the value of having a Tim Wakefield who can do just about anything on your staff that you want.
Yeah, he can step in and start as he has in the absence of Beckett, who's on the DL. This one stayed wide and a full count. 2-2 slider started wide.
That's one of those pitches either way. I don't think anybody would have been surprised.
That's right.
Even John might not have been surprised if he got rung up on that pitch.
Ground ball back to first. Glove by Euclid and the throw to Bard, who finds the bag and steps on it for the out. 2 outs. Nice play by Euclid. Up the line and back in the bag. So 2 gone.
Well, and Bard broke over to the right side immediately. He was there. Euclid picking it in the air and catches Daniel Bard on the run to catch the ball and then find the bag. Bard kind of cruising at first, but still ahead of John Jaso and gets over there in time.
Euclid pirouetting his way into that throw.
Did a Derek Jeter right there. Jump flip.
Big Blaylock up here and hits a ground ball to the right side. Pedroia's got it, and this game is over. 1-2-3 go the Rays. So Boston takes the first game of this series. It's a 6-1 final. So the Rays drop their first game of the year to Boston after sweeping a 4-game series up at Fenway. Rays drop the first game here 6-1, and so the Rays lead will be 5.5 over the idle New York Yankees. Boston now to 7.5 back, continuing to run 4th. The Rays started the day 6 up, the highest lead they've ever ridden in franchise history, and now that lead is 5.5. 6-1 the final for Kevin Kennedy and Todd Callis and Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Great to have you with us. Hope you enjoyed the telecast. If not, the outcome. We'll be with you tomorrow, 6:30 on Sun Sports in high definition for Game 2 of this series. James Shields against John Lester. Coming up next, don't forget, Rays Live, the postgame. We will be with you there